As we move forward, we see that there's a lot of happenings that are going on in the artificial intelligence space that actually carries over into the digital asset world. And because of that, I had to have Nate from Decimalist come back on. Nate, welcome back to the show. I think it's the second time or third time?
I think it's the second time.
Second time. See, things are going so fast, I can't even keep it straight. But as a quick reminder, this is Agent T. This is one of those AI agents that everybody loves to talk about and how things are moving forward. You can catch them over here at Flux Point Studios and, of course, the website as you guys move forward with this great thing that is AI. So I wanted to get you in here because everything expands. And it's not just in, of course, the crypto space. There's so much going on in the AI space as we move forward. I wanted just to see how you were doing things, how you were keeping up, and what kind of advancements you guys have been doing lately. So just take it away, Nate. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so it all started at the beginning of the year, and I think that was like shortly after he was Talos back then, but now Agent T kind of made his mark on the X, social media realm, and really like blew up with organic growth. I think he's sitting above like 14,000 followers now. That just
an agent, yeah,
just accumulated on his own. And some of my favorite moments are like Peter Schiff interacting with him directly.
That's right.
So funny. But yeah, and I think the reason why he was so successful is just, I took my experience from the natural language, understanding world, working in customer service, creating agents and dealing with call center metrics and data optimization analytics for call centers with chatbots and voice bots and stuff. And just kind of applying those concepts to a social media agent, which made it wildly successful. But that's more for just like the memes, right? Like that was what I was really setting out to do, is kind of just create a marketing face for something tangible, something real, like a real product and service that, is in high demand or is about to be in high demand,
right,
for people out there. And so that's really what I've been focusing on with Flux Point Studios is, really getting the AI integration where it makes sense into not only like gaming, but DeFi. And I think it's really the perfect catalyst that everyone wanted and was talking about for like mass adoption, is really like the hand holding of like an AI to simplify and handhold like that gap that is the technological,
right,
gap or savvy that a lot of people don't have to understand crypto and interact with it.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then like what I'm seeing here is that I want the agents to do the things that I can't do. I want them to kind of fill in those gaps of my knowledge and my execution. I think that's what we're taking a look at with Adam or Agent T moving forward. So let's step into it. What kind of advancements have you been doing? What can this thing actually do? And if people like go to the site right now, what can it actually produce?
Yeah, so one of the biggest products that we now have out of that, because we're trying to go B2B as well with Agent T as an actual AI entity and plugging it into whatever, but we wanted to showcase its talents first. And so we created a product called Atom, which just stands for AI-driven adaptive market making. And it started on Cardano. We already built out the infrastructure and tested locally and stuff for Solana and Base as well. So it'll do trading on there, but essentially that's what it is a bunch of like trading agents working for you. You have a subscription. It's just a subscription-based service. So this is like the big selling point is if you go through any traditional TradFi type stuff and you want to do like automated trading, like where someone manages your portfolio even or anything,
right?
They take a percentage of your fees, or they take a percentage of your profit, right, as a fee, in addition to charging you an upfront access.
Sure.
And so we don't do any of that. Like we don't take a profit percentage or anything. We literally just charge up front for the access, and that's it. Like wherever you make, you keep. So that's really what we set out to do is make a really cool trading bot platform, and that's what Atom is.
Gotcha. So where can so recently, was this always available, or this just became available recently, and of course the advancements going on?
Yeah, so it's only recently become publicly available. We've had it in closed beta for a little bit because our strategy was essentially, because we're not a giant team, we
Yeah.
wanted to, do a closed beta with some loyal community members and testers just to iron out like the kinks. And how we pay them back is we gave them like some people get free access for life, and then some people have free access for 2 years depending on their type of pass that they're holding. And then in addition to that, they get like some additional benefits from that. So we had a pool of about like 120-ish like testers testing out different modes, like simple portfolio balancing, right? You just like say, hey, I want so much percentage of this stable coin. I want so much percentage of ADA. I want so much percentage of this Cardano native token. And then that's it. Like, and as the ADA value of those tokens fluctuate, it's kind of like Balancer that's been around for a long time.
Right.
It'll balance your portfolio for you. You never have to worry about it. And then you can just, adjust those percentages when you want to, or take profit from it. And then the mode that everyone's been really excited for is T mode, we call it, which is essentially this enhanced analytics engine that we've been working on for like since February. It has, are you familiar with Lunar Crush?
Yeah.
So it has Lunar Crush, like social sentiment built into it. So it has off-chain metrics evaluating like micro and macro events in the market, and then also specific to tokens. It has a direct, access to the internet, so it, can pull up relevant and recent news regarding certain events and do research on it. It can pull all on-chain metrics for a token and look at that. And so what it does is iterates through this just gigantic data set, right? And then much, much quicker than a human kind of rationalize looking at all the flows on-chain and then also all the off-chain data and make a decision regarding like, hey, I recommend a buy or a sell, and here's the confidence score I give it.
Oh,
and then it just trades for you automatically.
Right. So we're looking at maybe we're looking at more some of the fundamentals. Then we're also taking a look at what's going on behind the scenes as far as like the social metrics to see like, okay, this one has a lot of increase, or there's a lot of push on this one. So maybe take a look at this one. Also, the fundamentals say X, Y, and Z. So do that. I gotcha. So for this one, where can they go to actually sign up and take it for a test run? That's the question.
Yeah, so you can go to fluxpointstudios.com/Adam, and that's the website that'll take you right to the product page for it. And then you'll just have the ability to, click and open up the dashboard. We have a very cool video that's there that kind of, it's a little memerific, we did some good digital marketing with some AI, and there's a couple of cameos from like Sean from Strike Finance and Corey from Bodega Market, because we also have prediction markets mode, and we're expanding into poly market soon with that. And then we have perpetuals mode with Strike Finance on Cardano. So yeah, cool little marketing there. But then when you click, you get into this dashboard here, and I can flip over to that for you and share what that looks like.
Got it.
There you go. And so this is what the dashboard looks like. So this is an active bot running. You can see, status running. You can stop, update the bot if there's been a recent update that you don't think got grabbed. You can see the advanced settings here, just like a quick view down like a card at the bottom. And then, yeah, you can get like general diagnostics here. If you go into the advanced setting, you can see like we're using T mode on this particular trading agent. Here's all the different modes that you can select here. You can set like a min market cap to basically, if you want to filter out, even though we've built this incredible analytics engine, if for whatever reason you don't feel comfortable with it, trading on a market cap that's lower, right? And you'd rather play it a little more conservative, then you can adjust that min market cap up or down, whichever you like. You set your reserve amount, so that's like the amount that's always going to be held in that wallet. For Cardano, it's good to have this at a healthy amount just for UTXO consolidation and usage. You just want to make sure that you never get like an inputs exhausted, you know, type of situation. And even if you do, we have automatic collateral and UTXO consolidation built into the bot. So if it runs into that, it's going to automatically create new collateral for you if you need it, or manage your UTXOs and kind of optimize them and clean them up so it can perform a trade.
Gotcha.
And you're going to really like this, because this is one of the big things that got me turned on to your show very early on, years ago, was like dollar cost average, dollar cost average. That is like one of the best strategies ever. And what I really like about T-Mode is you can set this, you know, min trade size to whatever makes sense for the fees on Cardano. And it'll literally dollar cost average on the way up and down whatever tokens it sees an opportunity in on the buying or selling side. So it's never like, you never like catch a falling knife, or, you know, miss the top, right? Or at least you get a little bit of it, right? It really like kind of moves in and out of positions in a very safe and manageable way. And then you have like, even we're going to do a lot more work and maybe put out like some video content and stuff, because obviously we're trying to cater to people that aren't big on trading themselves, you know, or kind of just like want exposure to this type of stuff, but don't know where to start, or it's just too much for them to manage on their own. So we're building out FAQs for every single mode to kind of like break down, hey, here's what the settings actually mean in a very human readable way. And what do they do? And then, you know, like, what are some scenarios? Like, why do some buys get skipped or whatever? But then also we'll have video content in the very near future that kind of goes through each mode and really breaks down how it works. And then right here, you can see this is like the actual logs, right? So what's really cool is you can get in here. There was an analysis for JED, but let me find a fun one here. That's USDM. That's another stable coin.
Stables,
because it considers stables too. That I was talking about macro and micro environments. Like, so it understands when there's a market event like the giant liquidation that happened a while ago. And what we saw in our bots that were running on T-Mode is he stabled up like on the way down and then backed out of it and went on a buying spree as we came out. So right there just speaks to the intelligence of it. Okay, so here's World Mobile Token, right? And you can see it does, you know, bearish 30-day price trend, you know, RSI 42.7 suggests lack of upside momentum over some condition. I won't read through all of it, but, you know, just kind of talks about the EMA levels, opening, closing, near resist, knows the resistance levels, knows the total volume, knows the total market cap, can rationalize through that. Concentration of liquidity pools, right? Things like that. And then ultimately it performs a rationale on that, you know, whether it needs to buy, sell, what have you.
That's pretty cool. So, you know, like I got a friend named Bobby, and I think that like for him, like that's like perfect. He'll throw like a couple $1,000 in there, let it roll, see what the dice gives him. I could see something like that just for funsies, just to see how, like, get your feet wet as far as agents and bots and start to use them in a simple, pragmatic way. So, Nate, again, we just go to Flux Point. Actually, I'm just going to, the link itself will be in the description, everybody, so you can check it out. But as far as like advancements, that is a big thing. Now you guys are open. It's out of the beta, it sounds like, and things are rolling forward. Anything else going on in that world?
Yeah, so on the pricing for that, the subscription price is only like 20,000 agent, which is about like 55-ish bucks. So you get access to possibly the best type of trading experience on Cardano, arguably on most chains too, for like less than the price of YouTube TV.
True. So the 50,000 agent tokens, you just have to have those in your wallet that you connect to, and as long as you have those 50,000 tokens, you can access. Kind of like how TapTools does it?
We actually, it's a price. So what we did with Agent is we turn in true utility tokens. So when you're trading on Atom, You don't use any ADA for your TX fees. Your TX fees are all an agent. So you need them in your wallet to actually have your bot trade, but then also you have to pay the subscription price of 20,000 agent to us in order to get access to the platform. It's not a holder type thing.
I gotcha. So then when we have those 20,000 agents to get access to it, and then that payment, is that just for month? Is that for
monthly?
Okay. Monthly charge. Okay, gotcha. I'm sure those will be all there on the website. Okay. And before we take off, Nate, it's been a pretty rough patch for the investors out there, especially the altcoin investors. So do you have any words of advice, because you've been around for as long as I have, I think, about what this market does to a person, how to kind of smooth out the big wrinkles?
Honestly, just don't ever become too confident in something, right? Like it's great to have really high conviction, and obviously I have really high conviction. I moved and left the traditional business world to come and do this full time, right? So that's about as high conviction as you can possibly have. But at the same time, be smart about it. Like, always make sure you're covered, right? Never overexpose yourself. Just try to dollar cost average where you can, stable a certain percentage, right? And diversify.
That's it. You can't beat that type of advice. All right, everybody. So the links will be in the description. And then, Nate, as things get moving forward, we'll have you back on and we'll talk about it. But that is it for that piece. Just want to give everybody a quick update of what's happening right there. So everybody, if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. Everything we talk about, definitely time sensitive. But that's it for this one. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, links in the description, and we will see you on the next one.